And we are back at the Lucky 13 podcast on a fucking Saturday night.
Yeah.
And we are fucking drinking and hanging out.
About goddamn time.
We got Dyanne.
Hello.
Sarah.
Hello.
Andy.
Hey, that's me.
And we don't have Frankie's today. So
Frankie's not with us. I'm kind of bummed out a little bit.
When it's like a Saturday night, Frankie's not coming on a Saturday.
Yeah.
No, he's got better things to do.
And he's kind of been a dud lately.
He's a man of the world.
He's been a little bit of a dud lately.
He's a downer.
He's a little bit of a downer.
A little bit?
A little.
You're just noticing this now? Like,
Well,
always
no,
been a downer.
sometimes he's all right, you
that's
know?
his
And then
singular
most of the time he's
personality
like,
trait.
that's all he says. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, he's
He
always
couldn't
down.
even hang with the jail ladies.
No, he can be kind of a stick in the mud.
Yeah, like he couldn't even like write a letter to the jail ladies. Hence why they never even wrote us back.
Because you didn't handwrite them and you didn't send them stamps.
I know. I didn't know I had to send them stamps. You would think that they were.
Yeah,
You would think that they would
Stamps
tell
don't
people.
grow in prisons, that's
Yeah,
for sure.
You got to fucking
Listen, on Inmate Mingle, they need to specify. Like,
Maybe.
please send these ladies stamps.
Well, listen, talk to people.
I was so bummed out. Nobody wrote me back, man.
Talk to people who have written to prisoners.
I guess
like Melody.
Yeah, I've had some friends
Oh.
in jail. I've had to write to them, and I send them stamps.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't fucking go to care to share that information
I
with me?
told you it needs to be written out. It looked like a business letter, the one you sent out.
All right, well, I'll pick two other ladies, but these ladies were so juicy, though. Maybe I could write them
Write 'em.
again.
We can send
I'll
them
write.
pictures.
Did you
of
refer
a-
to them as juicy? Because that's
I
Yo,
did
we
not.
can- we can-
They were
have enticed
juicy.
them.
They were juicy murderers.
Yeah, we can be like, yo, how can we donate to your commissary? You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
We can throw them a couple dollars in
Right.
the commissary.
Make it worth their while.
100%.
Exactly.
You would just think that they were so bored since they're on death row anyway.
They're not that bored, I guess.
I guess.
or they got to think about their imminent
Yo,
death
that's
too.
what-
That's
I know.
Like you would think
Occupies over
that
the
they're
mind.
like lonely and bored and got nothing else going on. They'd be like, of course, you know what I mean? Like, what are they fucking doing in
I mean,
jail
that's
other than
90%
making
of-
shivs and
It's 90% of America right now. You know
and
what
I don't know,
So,
smoking cigarettes. I don't know what they do in fucking jail.
I don't know, baby.
That's me way back when. That reminds me. So like way back, Melody was in like some biker magazine or a tattoo magazine, and suddenly just got like this is back when I first started working for
Yeah,
Lucky
she
13.
got bombarded by
all those letters and said, did you
Yeah.
ever write them back, or did she just?
No, I don't think so. I don't think
She
so.
got bombarded by our jail guys.
Prison letter. Yeah, I did some prison.
Creepy.
And there was one of our old customers used to write to her from prison. He was still in jail. I don't know.
So he was a customer here, and then he got put in jail,
He
and
got
he
put
would
in
write
jail,
Melody.
he would write to Melody.
And
Not for
would
being
she
a
write him-
customer, though.
Would she,
Yeah.
would
That's
she
not
write him
illegal.
back?
I don't think so. I don't know.
She's like, "I please."
I don't know.
I didn't even want to talk to you when you were my patron.
Yeah, she'd get wasted and read those aloud at night, like for the customers and stuff.
Yeah.
she?
Yeah, she would.
I would.
Absolutely.
She's brutal.
Why not?
She's brutal.
I would totally do that.
Yeah, you would.
Entertaining.
It's fucking mean.
I mean, don't get yourself in
What are
jail.
they gonna do? Stab her? Oh wait,
I know.
Right.
Yes, they will. I feel like when was the last time we actually did the podcast? I feel like it was
been a while.
warm out.
It's been a while.
Well, we
to think
tried
about-
one about 2 weeks ago.
We did
Yeah,
try
we all
one, but we
sucked.
had technical problems and it just didn't
We
go
were all
right.
were not in the
and
mood
Frankie
for
was
it.
super
like-
grumps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Frankie was kind of a pain in the dick, and it just
Wasn't
didn't
that
go
great.
well.
It didn't
and
go
I was
well.
frustrated, and I can't talk when we're having technical difficulties because I'm focusing on the technical difficulties.
Right on.
And
We tossed
But
it.
yeah, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
We threw it away.
At
But
least we don't have to air it if we don't want to.
exactly. But now we whatever. Now it's a Saturday night. And what?
Dear Lucky 13 podcast. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Where's my entertainment?
Yeah. So
That's you.
All four of our listeners.
Yeah.
yeah, but we haven't. Whatever, man. We've just been fucking with. There's not a lot going on either. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like our lives are.
But we've done a lot since. I feel like it was definitely before October that we've done that we did the
Yeah, I
podcast.
think
It was
so.
definitely warm out
yeah,
still.
it was. I don't know.
So we have a couple of good stories, some stories that we got.
When did we stopped right about the time we were able to do indoor dining just because we couldn't do
Probably-
this at the same time as indoor dining?
Yeah. Oh shoot! I didn't turn the heat off.
How about that?
Yeah, that's right. It's gonna fucking. We get that nice hum. Which
That's
I
a nice
can do-
hum.
Which I can do right now. I'll turn the
That's
heat
the
off.
sound of pleasure.
Oh man, what's good? It's good about having it on my phone though, because I don't have to get up and move.
That's
Yeah.
high tech.
Yes.
Creature comforts.
But yeah, I don't know, man. We've done a lot. Like, not really. I mean, like, I went to a funeral.
We've done things.
I went to a funeral last week.
Hey, all right.
In Red Rum, we've lost fucking 3 guys to fucking COVID.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Wow.
So, and I went to.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it sucks, man. And like, so I went to. We had a big funeral for the guy last week, and there was a guy a couple weeks ago, and then another guy from Canada passed away, and So we did this ride for this guy last week, and it was fucking 30 degrees, and we're riding through Harlem, and went to his family's apartment in Harlem, revved the motors up in front of the house, and then went to the funeral home, and it was a nice little send-off. It's a little stressful being around that many fucking people, you know, and in a small funeral home.
Sure.
They did a pretty good job keeping it socially distanced, but it was still a little fucking stressful. But yeah, so I've been doing that, you know, funerals. I've been to 2 COVID funerals. One was upstate, Hudson Valley. I couldn't ride all the way up there, though. It was too fucking cold.
That would be a bit of a chore.
Yeah. It was cold even going from here to Upper Manhattan. I mean, it was fucking, you know, I bundled up. I felt like that little kid on A Christmas Story who falls down and fucking flops around. But yeah, I was bundled up like crazy. But my toes still get cold. My fingers still get cold.
We're going to have lots of snow on Monday, everybody.
We are going to have snow on Monday. And we're going to fucking Florida. I can't wait to get the fuck out of here.
Lucky.
Nice.
Very
Yes.
lucky.
Yeah, we're going to, right when the snow is hitting here, we're going to fucking get in the car. We're going to try and get out at like 3 or 4 in the
Yeah,
morning.
it's gonna be nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're driving all the way to
We're
Florida.
driving.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
We're gonna drive there, and I figure we're gonna be excited to drive there. But then on the way back, we're gonna stop off at Savannah and like check out Savannah.
We might. We're like, I feel like everything's up in the air.
Everything's up in there. We're just like, you know, we might come back Sunday, we may come back Monday, well,
Yeah.
whatever.
We may come back Wednesday. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah,
Yeah.
do whatever you want.
We
Yeah.
may live there,
Time is
move
your
there
oyster.
permanently.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, everything's so up in the air. It's not, you know, they just opened New York City dining 25%
On the February 14th.
February 14th. But
For
it's
Valentine's Day.
Yes.
That's totally
You
planned.
can start
Oh, yeah.
smooching.
good. Listen, it's
You
good.
can legally smooch.
Exactly. It's
I
good.
literally
A
like
quarter
never
of
want
the
to do
people you
anything
want to
on.
smooch.
It's good for the restaurants. You know, it doesn't really help us that much. It's still
No.
You know, we can still only put 18 people in here, and like the outside is kind of useless when it's this fucking cold out. But
Yeah, I've tried to do outdoor seating, and it's just once you get that chill in your bone, that's it, man. It's over.
No, I mean, it's one of the things, though. If you have 25% in here and you can look ahead and say, hey, look, it might be 60 degrees like the tail end of February, maybe we'll open up for a weekend.
Yeah.
If you can plan it ahead like that, you know.
Right.
yeah.
Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know.
I got COVID tested. I'm sneezing, but I definitely don't have COVID because I got tested yesterday. So don't worry, you guys.
Yeah,
Very
we
good.
we both got tested yesterday. I want to make sure I got tested before going down to visit
I got my second shot, and
man.
I'm pretty sure I got the real one. So
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Good for you. Did you
we
get the
were
second
part of
shot
the
yet?
experiment.
Yes, I got my second shot as well.
She's not so sure that she got the real one.
I could have the placebo.
Why would they do placebo?
Well, it's part of the study. 30% of people get placebo, and the other 70%, sorry, they get the actual vaccine.
But we also know you have like ninja blood because
Right.
you like
She's basically bionic.
yes,
Correct.
pretty much.
Because we all know about her sucking his Corona dick.
I sucked his
Yeah,
Corona dick.
yes, and did not get it. So
That's what saved my life.
Yeah, I love how she like just so openly admitted that. That was like the best line that I've ever heard. But I sucked his Corona dick.
Obviously, that's.
I feel like I made out with him and stuff. So I
Right. Well, you guys were like
would've gotten it,
cuddling and shit. Like he was sweating all over you.
breathing in my face, dragon breath in the morning. Very
My Corona
terrible.
farts blowing the sheets off.
Oh,
the
speaking
bed.
of
Yeah.
sleeping,
Nice.
are you guys very cuddly couple?
We have our moments.
We cuddle a little, but then we like flip the other way because I don't like him snoring in my ear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we tend to sleep ass to ass.
Yeah.
Oh, ass to ass. Okay. Because Jeff and I were like either he's spooning
Really?
me. Either he's spooning me or I'm spooning him. My favorite position literally is to be the big spoon because
Yeah.
he's like so fucking cuddly. I can't even handle it.
I like
But-
being big spoon too. You don't get
Yeah.
that dude breath in your face.
Exactly. And also like when he snores, I'm like, turn over, you're fucking snoring in my face, dude.
Yeah.
So he turns over, he stops snoring, and I get to cuddle his body. So, but he's like, I don't like to. He feels like it's emasculating to be called the little spoon.
yeah, I don't like being called the little spoon.
He's like, can we come up with a different name for you?
You call
You're
her
the
your
oatmeal.
jetpack.
yeah, I'm the soup and the spoon. That's
He's
what
like,
I
he
said.
wants to be the soup.
I'm the soup.
He's the
That
soup.
less emasculating?
Soup and little spoon.
Soups? I don't know. Soupy. All right, soupy.
Soup. I could be like clam chowder.
Ooh.
Clam chowder, dude.
Better than Manhattan chowder.
Yeah, dude.
So
Okay.
Jeff is my little spoon, and then he farts on me.
That
Keeps
happens.
you warm.
Exactly.
I don't like it. I'll be cold.
Hot box the sheets.
Well, you're not getting his, his breath, but you're getting his butt breath.
Right. I'm
Yes.
getting his butt breath. Thanks, babe. What a pal.
So I did have an exciting thing happen last week where a guy called me out on Instagram,
Oh, yeah.
kind of busted stuff. A guy called me out. What did he do? He just started making shit up. and posted on Instagram about me.
Yeah, well, basically, this guy used to work here about 4 years ago.
Yes.
And then
Sack, if you want to find
Demon
him on
Sack,
fucking,
if you want to see it on Instagram.
Or Jerry Iovino on Facebook. His phone number is
His social security number is 078. No.
Yeah, wait, we still got his tax returns, right?
Yeah, bro, listen,
shit.
No, I
He said some weird things.
He said some weird fucking things.
Yeah,
Man.
like
Listen,
go ahead.
he's a dude that fucking used to work here. Listen, Kelsey went on a date with him fucking years ago. My ex went on a date with him years ago. And she's like, he was kind of a weird guy. She's like, there was just no connection. We didn't fucking hang out again. And Melody used to flirt. He was a good-looking dude, like whatever. He's like, and you know, and he ended up saying something to me like, "Oh, he's just pissed off because fucking, you know, his ex-wife and Melody was attracted to him." So what, dude? Like, I'm not jealous of you, and fucking like,
You're not a jealous guy, too.
No,
and I could definitely stand up for that. Like, you're not jealous at all, and you're very confident, which is nice.
So he came to work here years ago, like 4 years ago or something like that, and he
says 10.
No, it was 4 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
It was 2016.
Yeah.
5 years ago, whatever it was. So when he came to work here, he's like, yeah, I want to change careers. He was a fucking EMT. How do you go from an EMT to want to become a bar back? I mean, it's just, I don't know, man. So he came to work here, and I always thought he always used to give me a little bit of the creeps, you know? Like, I didn't really, like, I did not like him, but he just gave me a weird vibe.
He has angry face.
He's got angry face, and I could tell he did not like me. You know what I mean? I just felt that vibe that he did not like. Yeah,
he just wanted to wear your skin, that's all.
I guess. I mean, but I just got bad vibes from him. Like, he was like fucking, he put like that evil eye on me. So I was like,
I feel like he put the evil eye on me now.
Nah, whatever, man. So you work your fucking witchy magic and be stronger than him. That's the way I feel about it. I ended up firing him from here. I don't even remember what it was about, but I know he just like, I know, first of all, I don't want to walk into my own fucking place and feel uncomfortable because my employee
He still hung out here after he got fired, though, so it wasn't like it seemed like there was bad blood.
Well, I don't even remember why I fired him, but I just know like he would kind of creep on the girls, and I used to have to say, dude, like, don't.
And he felt his evil vibes, and it's like, this is your fucking bar. You shouldn't have anybody that doesn't like you at your fucking, in your personal.
Yeah, exactly.
Base. Fuck that.
So whatever. So I fucking fired him, and to be honest with you, he would pop his head in here once in a while, and I've never thought about that dude.
Right.
And
4 years later.
Yeah,
4 years later.
And all of a sudden, I'm getting a wake up to Melody's texting me. She's like, whoa, what did you do to Jerry? She's like,
he's like, who?
Yeah. She's like, usually it's me that I'm pissing people off. And so yeah,
I love that she's like, I'm normally the one getting hated on.
Yeah. So he just posted all this fucking bullshit about.
Yeah, everybody fucking loves you, dude. Like nobody doesn't like
if
not like you.
You don't. I'm not worried about it.
There's weird exaggerated lies also that can be easily disproven.
Well, he's basically saying, you in order to work here, you have to fuck Jeff and all this stuff, or all the dancers have to fuck Jeff, which is bullshit. Because okay, so he fucked one of the dancers a million years ago, and then he fucking married her. Yeah. Number one. Number two, he's never fucked any of the bartenders that I fucking know of. You know what I mean? Or the dancers that
certainly never. No one's ever been fired because they didn't fuck you.
Oh, yeah, and he's like,
you have to suck my dick.
And he's also like saying that, Jeff has to pre-approve the dancers' outfits. He doesn't give a shit what the fucking dancers wear, as long as it's not like white sneakers on the bar. Like, that's about it. He has nothing to do with the dancers.
I have nothing to do with them. And
Melody deals with the dancers.
Like when fucking one of the girls was wearing those big white fucking New Balance on the bar. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
You can't do that. You can't do. First of all, you shouldn't do that anywhere.
No.
Dad shoes?
Yeah.
No, like those big old white, like, it's like those big old white.
There was the one that was auditioning who was just showing her vagina to everybody. Yeah, you need to wear something that covers your vagina.
Yeah. I found that mildly entertaining, to be honest with you.
It was pretty entertaining.
But I don't deal with Melody deals with all the dancers. Thank God, because they're a pain in the dick.
Right, you know? I'm sure.
Well, because they're constantly fucking canceling. And Melody, she's got to book people constantly. I don't deal with them. Melody does. I even keep my distance from them a lot of the times. A lot of them come and go very quickly.
Yeah, like he won't even tip them. He'll give me money to tip them, if anything. You know what I mean?
Some of them are very sweet, you know, and I love our dancers. But whatever. They're not. I don't deal with them all that much. So for him to start posting all this shit that I'm fucking banging,
it was total fucking bullshit, man.
That was fucking total bullshit.
So basically, like, I got insulted, and my Puerto Ricanness came out. And I was like, baby, it was like 7 o'clock in the morning. I was wide awake. I'm like, can I get him?
Now, the customers, now that's a different thing. You're banging all the customers.
Listen, I was trying to get my dick sucked as much as possible. You know what I mean? But.
Well, I mean,
right? That's fucking. Listen, I own a bar.
What guy? First of all, what single guy isn't trying to get his dick sucked as much as possible?
And I own a fucking bar. Like I was in a metal bar. You know what I mean? So it's not like I would take my advantage of my situation. You know what I mean?
Why not?
Yeah, but none of the people that work there. Anyway.
No, the dancers, no.
Yeah, anyway. So, like, I fucking got insulted, though, and I was like, you know, who the fuck is this guy talking about? I've been dating Jeff for, like, 2 years now. I've never fucking been a bartender here. I've never been a fucking dancer here. Like, I have a whole other career, got my fucking shit together. It's like, you're fucking insulting me now. So, like, you're fucking bringing me into this. So, I woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, baby. Just like that, waking him up. Can I get him? He's like, you do whatever the fuck you want. I'm like, yes. I went off on this guy so hard. Should I read the?
No, don't read it. It's a long fucking thing.
It's very long. It's very long. I came for his fucking life, though. I was like, you fucking redheaded stepchild. No fucking job having, muscle mask, fucking of a McDonald's breakfast sandwich biscuit, motherfucker. I was like, I fucking hate you. I was like, come for my boyfriend. I said, come for my boyfriend, and I will fucking beat your ass with all the fucking Lucky 13 dancers to help me.
That's right.
Because they all love him.
Whatever. And it was funny because Melody saw
What a big spoon thing to do, but
Yeah.
That's right. Nobody fucks with my babe. Nobody fucks with my little spoon.
So,
For real, though.
Melody saw
Fuck
the post
that.
first, and she got it pulled down. She reported it and got it pulled down very quickly.
But it's very funny. It's like, it's very funny to be loathed by someone so much. Like, motherfucker, that was 4 years ago. Get over it, bro. I understand it's COVID. You probably got a lot of time on your hands, but seriously, get over it.
It was fun. I knew
Well, you could have came for his life like 2-3 years ago.
Well, I know
even if it was a year later.
I know he was still pissed off because there was a picture of Havoy on our Instagram page behind the bar. Havoy is our bar back, and he made a comment underneath of it, like tagged me in it, like, Jeff, okay, yeah, it's cool for fucking him to be behind the bar. And I don't engage. Like, I'm like, fuck off, dude. Like
Bitter much? Come on.
Yeah, but I'm also not like, dude, he's not a creep. He's not creeping on chicks behind the bar.
He's a sweetheart, man. He's like fucking super helpful.
Exactly.
And
he gets in the way behind.
He's a big boy.
First of all, anybody that stands behind the bar would be annoying to me as a bartender.
My lord,
like, just get out of my fucking way.
roadblock sometimes.
Yes,
He's also very handsome.
Yeah, he's a handsome guy.
He's a very handsome guy.
And listen, I'm not saying that guy Jerry was an ugly guy. Like, but I'm not jealous in the fucking least bit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And he's like, oh, I'm taller than you, and I might have a further reach than you. Like, what are you even talking about, bro? Like, I see in your pictures, you're not that tall.
He's my height. I mean, I think,
Fucking
I don't know. I gotta be honest. I
fucking
didn't really
firecrotch
pay that much attention
motherfucker.
to him.
Yeah.
Nothing against redheads. I love my redheads.
Nobody knows who Jerry is.
Yeah, no, I was like, wait a minute. I was
Should I
like,
put his phone
what's your
number
name?
out? I have his phone.
I was like, wait, I was like,
put him in
okay, I was
touch
like,
with
so
some of the
listen up,
listeners, though.
Steve. Wait, what's your fucking name?
Call me.
Because who the fuck are you? And I was like, first of all, you tagged yourself, and I'm like, I know all 200 of your followers are really like impressed with your fucking
Well, and then he's
posts.
like, but then he's like, oh, if this is not true, you got nothing to worry about. I'm like, well, I don't want fucking lies being posted
Right.
about me on
And
the
this is
fucking.
the- that's a pretty, like, it's
I
a
think
pretty
that's such a
insulting-
bullshit thing to do. Is you put out a big lie about somebody, even if you believe it, whether or not you believe it or not.
So,
But
like,
you
let
put
me
it
make
out,
up some
and
shit.
then if someone disputes it, well, then obviously it's true because you're fighting for it. You know,
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so
But if you
it's
don't
okay.
dispute it, then everyone's going to believe that it's the lie.
Yeah.
And so
100%.
there's no.
Like, let me go make up a bunch of shit about you and tell all of your fucking people on your social media and see how you fucking feel about it. It's
What's that
ridiculous.
called? Besmirching someone's name or
Besmirching is a good word. I don't know if it's the
that's not
appropriate one, but
technical
it's.
term. What's the technical? What's the?
There's that's
Slander.
Slander.
Yeah, he's
There
like,
you
dude,
go.
I'm gonna fucking sue you for slander, bro. Like, you're basically saying that I'm sexually harassing my fucking the people that fucking work here, which is illegal.
And
Yeah.
the only real thing, though, is you'd have to be able to prove that it's costing this business, which.
Yeah, no, and whatever, man.
Whatever. I mean, who cares, Jerry? Whatever the fuck his name is.
I'd rather send a friend to knock on his door. You know what I mean? Than to fucking have my. Well,
First
listen,
of all,
I'm not, but I'm saying.
he tagged himself, so whatever happens to him is his fault because
Listen, whatever my friends
he tagged
do,
himself.
I'm not asking anybody to do anything.
His
But if you want
Instagram
to,
is-
it's demon.
Sack.
Yeah, demon,
Underscore sack.
Underscore sack. If you want to.
Demon underscore sack.
If anyone is following him currently, you know that this guy's a piece of shit.
Right.
Just
Whatever,
saying.
man.
He's got long.
Allegedly.
Well, he looks like one.
He does. He like just get over your anger issues. You need to fucking seek some help, bro.
Move on, Jack.
First of all, it's like it's like when you like when someone disses you, whatever, and then you don't have a comeback, and then like in the middle of the night you wake up and you're like, fuck, I should have said that. He did that, but like 4 years later.
It's the George Costanza word.
Yeah.
That whole episode.
He did that, but 4 years later, bro.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, and then another thing.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll hear from him for another 4 years. That'd be fucking sick.
Talk about a delayed insult.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
took him 4 years to come up with all that.
Listen, we're still going to open up in Florida at some point.
So pathetic.
I'll be like, Jerry, you want to come one job, Jerry?
Saeed. Yeah, I did tell him that too in the letter. I'm like, first of all, he kept calling Jeff the legend. And I'm like, you're fucking right. He is a fucking legend. And when he opens up in Florida, I can't wait to see you not get in, motherfucker.
Yeah. Not allowed.
Oh, whatever.
We should put a picture up of him at the door. He's already 86 from a bar that's not even open yet.
That's pretty legendary.
That is legendary.
I mean, you know what? Whatever.
He's a legend.
He's a legend.
Jerry, you're a legend.
Jerry, you're the best.
You're a legend. So
you're a fucking swell guy.
That was some nice. I did flip out at one because he sent Melody all this like fucking
fucking self-righteous,
Melody sent me a text
judgmental
that she sent that.
And you know what sucks is when you start sending stuff to Melody, then you got to hear about it.
Right.
Yes, and listen, Melody was great. Her response back to him was very cool.
What did she say
got
back
my
to
back. I don't know. I don't remember. But she was like, she sent me all of his messages. And which is the shit he's saying. It's just so, he's like, whatever, man. It was just negative bullshit. So
we don't need that shit in our lives.
No,
way,
man.
dude.
And that's why I'm like, woke up to this shit. I'm like, what the fuck? So I did call and I did yell at one point on his voicemail.
Yeah, he's like,
I was
motherfucker.
Yeah,
Nice.
I couldn't help
Hey,
it.
by the way, that implies that all our dancers here are whores, which is just that's insulting to them
That
too.
is insulting.
Yeah, it's
to our
insulting to
dancers.
them. It's insulting to me. It's insulting to him. And it's like, who the fuck are you to come bringing this shit up like 4 years later, bro?
Yeah.
Like, fuck you.
Very strange.
Our
And I
dancers
also-
are nice people.
And
Yeah.
first of all, I was also like, and you have a lot of fucking balls to be coming after somebody during a fucking pandemic when people are like literally depressed and their fucking businesses are fucking failing, and you're gonna come from someone's fucking life and try to fucking post some shit on fucking social media. I'm like, you should be ashamed of yourself, actually.
Yeah.
Whatever,
Same.
man. Karma's
Yeah.
a fucking bitch.
Also, you must have a lot going on, buddy. Like, I know you have a comic book business, but I'm sure that's lucrative and
He's
very
got the
busy.
same job that Frankie does.
Right.
If Frankie can do your job,
Then you
yeah.
Got nothing.
you got nothing,
Trading
bro.
comic books. Yeah, right. Anyway.
Yeah, so
You look
moving
like a
on.
biscuit.
Moving on from Jerry. That was some excitement in my life the past fucking week, though.
Hey,
Jeff
did you
was
watch
like-
the Richard
Jeff was
Ramirez
like-
thing?
I did watch the Richard
We
Ramirez
did,
thing.
yo.
Fucking disturbing.
I got a theory about that guy.
Do you think he's the most evilest serial killer that ever walked the earth, the face of the
He's
earth?
certainly right up there.
One of.
He's
for
one
sure.
of, yes. But what was crazy, so like 2
With
days
the
in
kids,
a row,
though.
2 days in a row,
Yeah.
I watched. So I watched the Richard Ramirez one, and then I watched called the Candyman and the Clown, or the Clown and the Candyman. It's about this serial killer named Dean Corll.
Oh, Dean Corll.
Yeah, he was a sick fuck too,
Sick fuck.
and John Wayne Gacy, and it has the connections between the two of them. Dean Corll was first, and John Wayne Gacy was right after him.
Yeah, Jeff puts on Richard Ramirez and then puts that afterwards to go to sleep to. I'm like, go! I just want to
I have
fucking
to
dream about
say,
sugar plum
a lot of
berries. I
these-
don't want to see this shit.
Well, a lot of the murders don't bother me, but child murders
yeah.
and child rape
Yeah.
really gets
Yeah.
to me.
First of all,
Ramirez is just all
Yeah,
over the map.
well,
But
first of all,
he
he's
settled
all
into
over
a
the place.
groove where it seemed like he would go into a place specifically like he wants to kill the guy and then rape his wife and kill her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That seemed to be his later
the fucked
Yeah,
up thing
but
is,
fucking
I read
rape kids.
the
Like, if
Night
the kids were
Stalker.
home,
I read the Night
they'd rape and
Stalker,
kill them.
and they didn't say anything about the kids. I didn't even know about the fucking kids, and then all of a sudden it's like kids, and he would leave the fucking kids alive. So now these kids have to fucking deal with this shit for the rest of their fucking
Yeah.
lives, like little boys and little girls.
Yeah, he was an evil fucker.
There was a dude.
And then these motherfucking murder horrors were sitting there like while his murder, he looked like a murder BG because he had that fucking like feathered hair.
those
And his,
delightful teeth of
Yo,
his.
he was living his best life.
he was actually kind of good looking until he opened his mouth though.
Yeah.
He was like, ooh.
he was living his best life. He was coming to the courtroom like a rock star with his
He
sunglasses
was
on.
like giving kissy faces to all these women. People are fucking flashing him
Yeah.
and shit.
Gross.
Disgusting.
The
You
one
women
thing
should
I
be
liked-
ashamed of yourself.
The one thing I liked about that documentary was that if it was written for a fiction show, it would have felt fake. because at the end, when the whole town got together.
Yes.
Oh, that was
beat 'em
awesome.
up and
That was
they saw
pretty
them.
amazing.
The one guy was hitting him with the fucking pipe.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
whole town got together.
I
It was
love that.
Heartwarming as hell.
Yes.
But if it was a fiction movie, I'd be like, nah,
That
would
didn't
never happen. But it was real. That was really great.
Those sneakers,
Yeah.
those fucking sneakers.
It was awesome how everybody got together and fucking.
That was
kicked the shit out of
amazing.
him.
I love that.
They would have killed him if the cops didn't show up.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
They should have fucking killed him.
And it was a
but I mean, it would have been
Hispanic community
easy.
too. They were like, "Fuck you, you fucking,"
Yeah.
you know.
You're making us look bad.
It's totally making
One thing
him
I
look
didn't
bad.
love about the podcast, about the documentary, is that they didn't really go into his growing up life. Like, I would be interested to see like
Well, we did
what
look
his.
into that a little bit, and it's not
I
good.
looked
Yeah.
up
His was
Wikipedia.
uncle?
His uncle was a war vet and would show him all kinds of like terrible war crimes that he did.
I wonder if he got like he probably got like physically abused too.
Most
like
likely.
Yeah.
nobody.
It was one of
Nobody.
those perfect storms of how to make a person
Yeah.
bad. Like just every single like you go through. It's like at this particular age, all of a sudden this happened. It's like
Yeah, yeah.
My friends
Yeah.
also find him attractive, and I'm like, really, girl?
He was kind of cute until he opened his mouth though.
You know,
He was a handsome guy.
Evil devil eyes.
what makes me
Yeah, he
what's,
got dead.
what's weird
Black.
is I think is the ones who grow up with like a normal life and end up fucking serial
Right.
killing.
Like BTK. What the hell is up
Yeah,
with that
BTK
guy?
was a fucking lunatic.
Normal
Did
guy.
we know about the tool or the was it the not the tool not the toolbox or
Toy
the,
box
the
kid-
toy box
toy
kid.
box
That
killer.
guy
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
one
yeah.
that still to this day like just gives me the fucking
Yeah. Well, what's fucked up about him too, when they finally caught him, he did like I don't know. He was in jail for like a very short
And then
amount of
he
time,
died.
and he had a heart attack and died. Yeah,
plus.
but yeah, right. But his
What,
his-
in jail?
Yeah, he was in for like a week, and all of a sudden he fucking had something like that.
Well, how come that
Killed
happened with the
him.
Night Stalker too? No, he didn't die in jail.
He had cancer. He died.
He was in there for a while.
Yeah, he was in there for a while.
How long? Like 20
15 years,
Oh.
something like that. Yeah.
We'd have to take some.
Yeah, and then he got fucking married. This is some lawyer,
Yeah.
Woman.
some lawyer lady because she was trying to get him
that
out.
Toy box guy though, like
I
you
think
play
it
the
was a
tape
lady.
for you, like
Yeah, it was like a Saw kind of
I don't
fucking
know.
thing.
and that was not allowed in his first trial. For some reason, like it was like considered not evidence in
Yeah.
the first trial, and so it was like thrown out. It was a hung jury, so he got to leave.
Amazing.
And then like the second trial was like, yeah, this thing that you played for women before you drugged and raped them.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And those ones are crazy. Leonard Lake and fucking what's his name, Charles Ng or whatever the fuck that guy's
Oh,
name
my
is.
God, yeah.
They were fucked up, man. Man, there's some fucked up people out there. But I
It's just
also
so crazy, but then it's like, who are we to sit there? We're kind of like obsessed with these people. So like, what the fuck is wrong with us?
I'm totally obsessed with this shit.
You're totally obsessed
I
with
find
it.
it fascinating.
Well, I think part of the reason why we don't hear about new serial killers, I mean, it's not like they're not going. There's still plenty of them out there, but
You
they
think?
know that that's the attention they want is to have it all
Right,
in
they
the
don't,
paper.
they
So
don't
there's
want to give it to him. The last one we heard about was that the Golden State Killer
Yes.
or whatever.
But he hasn't murdered anybody in like years.
Well, he had been also had.
He was retired.
he was a retired serial killer.
back down in Florida. With these
Yeah, he's like
Yeah, but
he live in Florida.
But it took them years, and Patton Oswalt's wife had a nice hand in getting him captured.
Yeah, and then she died, right?
Yeah, she died before they actually caught him, which is crazy.
So there
Sucks.
are actually 2 active serial killers in New York State at the moment.
Oh yeah.
I looked this up
Yes.
also because I want to know like who's out there, what's going on, and currently there is the one guy who's killing prostitutes in Coney Island.
Oh, I heard
Oh
that.
yeah.
And I think he's called the Long Island Killer. or
I've heard
something.
about this guy.
Well, the Long Island serial killer has not been caught either. The one that was dumping him along the fucking.
Dumping him along the beach.
Well,
Yes.
they said that they think it's
Lido
a cop,
Beach.
right?
Yeah, they thought maybe it was a cop, and so maybe he's just taking a break. Maybe he's like sitting back for a decade and just
Gonna come
reveling
again?
in the fact that he got away. And then of course there's the smiley face killers, right? You guys heard about the smiley face killers?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Go ahead.
It's all around the East Coast and New England.
Oh, I do know about the smiley face killer.
And
Yes.
it was usually gay men. They would find gay men drowned in rivers. And then nearby, there'd be a smiley face graffiti near the dumping area. And they could never figure out who it was. And a buddy of mine named Jay Ott in 2012 was one of the victims.
Really?
And what happened was he was a FIT
But
student.
he died. He died.
He
Oh,
died.
shit,
Well,
girl.
a victim means he's dead, baby.
He's dead.
All right.
Oh, he did. And he was
That's
missing-
crazy.
He was missing for like a week, and his family made an entire Facebook page called "Find J Ott," and I was very like focused on this, and I'm like, "Where's my buddy?" Because he was an acquaintance of mine, but I had met him a couple times. Very nice kid, and the last video of him was of his apartment complex, and he was just walking out of his apartment apartment complex around like 2 a.m. So maybe he was going to meet a date or something. Who knows? Like, what do people do at 2 a.m? They go out to party. And then they found him about 10 days later, drowned in the East River.
What?
And then there was a smiley face
That's insane.
in the vicinity.
Wow.
So that he was one of the victims.
I would just think that it would be so hard to commit murders and not get caught now with like all the DNA
It's hard
and like
nowadays.
With cameras too.
And your
all the
phone.
cameras
Yeah,
everywhere,
you
all
got
the phones.
cameras, exactly. You can't be
So
walking
like if
around
you're
with your
fucking
cell
if you're
phone.
getting away with murder now, you're a fucking G, bro. You're a fucking G.
You're working hard
Well,
at it.
that's why a lot of them too now, like
Which is even scarier.
That's why spree killers are more common now.
Yeah.
Like
Like the one
Right,
who
right.
killed the fashion guy.
But then they end up killing
Yeah.
themselves.
Andrew Cunanan.
Oh yeah.
Cunanan.
Yo, that fucking movie was crazy.
Yeah,
That's
that dude
good.
was crazy.
Versace.
I remember when that was. I was living in
Yes.
Minneapolis at that time.
Yo, that
Versace.
movie was insane.
I told you about the guy who killed his girlfriend that we used to work here, right?
No.
Yeah.
Oh wait, but it wasn't purposeful. It was like she got
it
into.
was fucking. I don't know if you remember. So this is a crazy story. We had I don't know if you remember him, Andy. I think it was before you.
Okay.
Is his name Jerry?
No.
You're saying that Jerry's a murderer?
Yo, listen, if Jeff gets murdered, we know who fucking did it. By the way.
No. Fuck. What was his name? Well, he used to work with me at Webster Hall, and he would clean.
It was probably me,
when
but
I first opened up Lucky 13. He would clean Lucky 13. So you weren't around because it was like the first year we were.
I
open.
remember Edwin. Edwin was the
Yeah,
first cleaner. I had.
Edwin was right after him. So James was his name. So James used to come and clean Lucky 13. And he got fired from Webster Hall because he scared one of the women in the office. He yelled at her. And like they were like, listen, that motherfucker yelled at me and this black came over his eyes. And I thought he was going to fucking kill me.
Yeah.
That's how scared the woman in the office was.
Anger issues, yeah.
Yeah, so, and listen, and I remember he was supposed to show up at Lucky 13 one time to clean the place, and he didn't show up. There was a snowstorm out, and a young kid threw a snowball at him and hit him, and he chased him down and beat the fuck out of the kid.
Wow.
Yeah, so, like, he had a really bad
I
temper.
mean, that kid probably deserved it, man. Fuck
Well, he
that.
did
Don't be
deserve
fucking
it.
throwing a snowball.
He
at
did
people.
deserve
It depends on how
Fuck.
much of a fuck you get beat out.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and James.
A good slap.
James,
Right.
James could be so charming. He was so polite, but you could tell he had a little screw loose. And
He had a little murdery.
Yes.
He had a little bit of
He
a
had
murdery.
He had a little murdery in him.
Repressed anger.
So he, and I know he'd been in and out of prison a couple times. So whatever, he used to, the first year at Lucky 13, maybe the first 8 months we were open, he would come clean for me. And then he just kind of disappeared. And I was like, and then Edwin came to work for me. And then I was like, I figured.
I missed that dude.
I figured he might have went to prison or whatever happened to him. I don't know. So then, and Edwin knew him also. So I remember I was home one time and Edwin calls me and he's like, hey man, turn the news on. So, well, to rewind a little bit, the day before I was in my car and I always listen to fucking 1010 Wins all the time, the news station. So I was listening to that and a dude walked into, he grew up in the Lower East Side and he walked into a supermarket on the Lower East Side and went behind the counter, the deli counter, and pretty much decapitated his girlfriend behind the counter and then stabbed her coworker who was trying to stop
Oh, she
it.
worked at the deli?
She worked at the deli.
Oh,
counter.
snap.
He went back there and he pretty much took her head off. At work. And
So disrespectful.
Yes, but I remember
So unprofessional.
I remember hearing it and being bothered by it. I was like, holy fuck. Like, who, in broad daylight, he walked in there and did this to this girl.
Wow.
And I remember hearing about
That's
it.
insane.
Yeah, so I remember hearing about it being like, whoa, that's fucked up. So then that day, the next morning, I get up and Edwin calls me and he's like, turn on New York 1. And I turn on New York 1 and whose fucking face is all over the fucking
James!
news? Hey, James! All over the fucking news.
Wow.
Must be nice to see him. He's like, oh,
Yeah,
he's not
I
in.
was like, holy
At least
shit.
he's not in jail.
Yeah, well.
Wait, but did he kill himself?
No, so he left. He escaped and he went to Connecticut, and then he got on a bus and he went to Florida. And when he was in Florida, he actually gave his real name and social security number at a shelter
What a
that he
dumbass.
went to. And they went down and they busted him. And it was crazy because I remember because I was really, and this was like, it took him about 3 weeks to get him. And I remember.
That's insane, bro. Imagine getting murdered. That would really fucking suck, man. Really fucking suck.
Well,
You're like, this is the way I'm going out.
So, yeah, Sarah, can you grab me one of these beers too? But I remember like being like, really following the story. So finally, like 3 weeks later, when they finally got him, they we're bringing him back. Then these cops drove him back up from fucking Florida, and as they were pulling him out of the car, they were interviewing the cops, and the cops were like, we got him. You know what I mean? And like you could tell that they just spent 20 hours with this guy, and he can be a nice, charming guy. So they were kind of like, and then when they put the microphone on him, and they were like, how do you feel? And he's like, listen, man, the cops are doing their job. I deserve it, And I was like,
well, yeah, he definitely deserves it.
Oh, fuck yeah, he does.
Did he say why? Did he say why he did?
She broke up with him.
Wow.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Oh my God,
But yeah,
that's
he had
so
a
fucking
bad temper.
creepy. Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's scary.
Yeah, that was dark.
My friend, who I used to work with, her best friend growing up, her dad killed the mom. And when she came home from school, she found the fucking mom decapitated in her house. Yeah, and my friend was her best friend. They were growing up together, and she had to help her fucking clean up all the blood. Like, they took the body out, but then they leave all the fucking blood and shit. So she had to help her literally clean up all the blood that her
Well, it was crazy. A girl that we met not last year, about this time last year, the girl who did crime scene cleanup.
Yes,
I mean, that
she
was
did crime
disturbing.
scene cleanup. Yeah,
and she said she did it for you.
You got to
She
be
said-
dead inside to do that.
I got
kind
a
of.
cousin who moved out to Colorado like 30 years ago and like trying to find his way, and he happened into that. He's like, there's all this crime in Denver. And
Yeah.
Nobody's
Yeah.
cleaning up after it. And
Well, you're never going to be
they
like
fucking
jobless.
mint doing that shit.
You can make really good money, but
I don't think I could handle that.
Well, the girl that we talked to, she said that she did it for a couple of years, and she had to.
She had to stop.
Because of she had to clean up after a child being
Yeah.
killed, and apparently, like the mother, I forget the mother.
The mother was making excuses for the dad who killed the
that's what it
kid,
was.
and she literally wanted to kill the mother for making excuses for the dad who killed this little precious kid. And the way he killed her was really fucked up. I don't even want to talk about it, but the way he killed her was really fucked up. You know,
This is a
and
really
he's
fun
like,
bar podcast. Right?
I know, right?
We miss you guys.
Listen, that's what we're doing in our spare time is watching fucking serial killers.
Well, I mean, whatever. These things are.
Yeah.
Everybody, I feel like everybody secretly watches fucking murder shit all the time. Like, because I was like, at one point, I'm like arguing with Jeff. I'm like, this isn't right. Oh, this isn't right. How much murder
It wouldn't
shit
be
you
on
watch.
TV if people weren't
she's-
watching it.
Right.
She's like, something's wrong with you. All you do is
I'm like,
watch this
something is
murder-
seriously
murder
wrong
stuff.
with you.
Yo, there's a really good show out right now.
And then I put on Facebook, I'm like, how many of you out there are like watching like serial killer shit? And like everybody was like, yes, me. And it was all girls
Yeah,
too.
a lot
It was
of
mostly
girls.
all women.
A lot of girls watch fucking serial
Look,
killers.
I'm into it, but I just feel like you watch too much. It's like if you
You
have,
know why? Because it's more serial killers are men. Obviously, that's just.
yes.
I think women watch it just to be like, I want to just see if I could just recognize a pattern with some of these
Maybe
dudes.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. There's a new show I've been watching right now. I've been binge watching is Evil Lives Here, and it's all these like family members talking about their brother or their father or their sister who killed people.
Yes, that's right.
that's
And like the moms are always still like, well, he's my kid. I'll always love him, but he's fucked up.
Some of them say that. Some of them are like.
I'm like, that's not my
Some
child.
of them are like, yeah, they're like,
Honey.
listen, I loved him when he was a baby, and he was a good, he's not my son anymore.
You didn't love him
know?
enough, obviously.
Yeah, well, the problem is like, you feel bad for some of these families. There's one guy who his son went into a coffee shop or a cafe or whatever and just fucking shot 5 people and killed 5 people.
Man.
And he knew his son was fucked up, and he was like in the process of trying to get his kid help.
That's when you make him into a Dexter.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You kill serial killers.
I knew a lady who was in high school, and her father got caught on To Catch a Predator. And
Oh,
it was
yeah?
on TV, and like she had to everybody in high school knew that was her dad.
Oof.
Did you
Yeah.
change her name?
Well, I know. Listen,
And kids are brutal, man.
no,
Kids are fucking brutal.
listen, a kid that I went to high school with, his dad.
Not
was-
so brutal that her dad didn't want to have sex with them.
Yeah, listen. A kid that I went to high school with, his dad got busted. His dad was a cop and ended up I think he was like molesting girls or something like that, and he got busted, and he was deported. Like, I felt bad for the son. Like, he was really bad. He actually moved away for years. Right after his dad got busted, he moved away. He was so embarrassed, you know.
I would change my fucking name.
No, 100%.
Yeah,
No one can pronounce your name
You feel
anywhere.
bad for the. I mean, you feel bad
What
for the
is your
family
name?
members. You feel
What is
bad for
your
the
last
family
name?
members who have to fucking deal with this shit.
My last name is Strzelecki.
Strzelecki. Got it.
Strzelecki.
Not that hard.
Spelled exactly the way it sounds.
Strzelecki. So
Exactly.
it's better than a Greek last name. Those fucking.
That's when I knew
Papa
that we were
Sava,
officially
lava,
dating,
lava,
is
lava,
when I
lava.
knew I could spell your last name.
Oh, you can spell my last name?
I
That's
can.
so
Spell it.
sweet.
Spell it.
Spell
I'm
it.
not spelling. No.
Wait. When you're having sex with him, or you're like, spell it. Spell it.
If I can make it through the end, I'm doing
So
great.
your mom's Polish, your dad's Polish.
My dad's
What's my
Polish.
last name, baby?
My mom's
Spell it.
Indonesian.
Oh,
they met in the
exotic.
Bronx.
Exotic.
Yeah, very exotic.
Yeah.
Very nice. Your dad wasn't a serial killer?
Would you guys like your serial
My
killer?
dad could be a serial killer and would have gotten away with it because he's a very serious, smart, and private person.
Oh.
And
So he is BTK.
he would go to work for a very long time, and then he would come home late at night and everything.
He's a scientist, too.
He's a scientist.
Oh.
So if anything, if anyone told me, Sary, your father has murdered a bunch of people,
He works on satellites, so he could probably even divert satellites away from seeing him doing
That's
his
insane.
deeds.
there may have been some sort of stuff.
He like does algorithms for fun.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he was a chess.
Yo, I got a guy named Jerry. Can we send him over to fucking Jerry's house?
Dad, I know this guy. You should kill him.
Yeah, we call him
Fuck
the Polish
that.
Punisher.
That would be awesome.
Get him,
Yeah.
Mr. Strzelecki.
Strzelecki.
I would.
Strzelecki.
That'd be the coolest thing my dad ever did.
Yeah. We call him
Fuck you, Jerry.
We call him the pierogi killer.
The Vaselka is killer.
He bakes them into dumplings.
Yeah, makes kielbasa's.
He works at
If you guys
Vaselka.
were serial killers, what kind of serial killer would you be? I had thought about this.
I'd be killing men all day, all night,
Yeah.
son.
But
Yes.
How? But how?
I guess poison. Women always choose poison. I guess
Nice and quiet. Nice and
Yeah,
quiet.
women
Yeah.
choose poison.
That's
Yeah.
it.
I would choose poison.
because it's like I don't want to. First of all, I'm not that strong physically, so I can't literally strangle someone. So fuck
Well,
it,
it's like
poison.
imagining winning the lottery. I mean, it's like you have to rethink everything.
Right.
Like, personally, I don't have a vendetta against anybody, so who would I kill?
But if
So-
I loved killing,
If I loved to kill, if I had a type,
I had thought about this, and I would totally
course you
be
did.
one of the bed and breakfast owners in like a small town. And when people came
I was just
through,
thinking about. She thought about it.
I would murder them and probably feed their body to pigs because pigs
Yes.
will eat it
Yeah,
alive.
yeah, that's smart.
Get rid of the body.
Right.
That's
Yeah, but that's-
poison, most likely.
Yeah, but you know what?
you
The
wouldn't be able to
pigs
get
gotta
away with
like
it very long.
definitely.
Eventually, all roads would lead to you.
Well, I mean, listen.
Eventually.
Eventually, you're gonna get
But
caught.
she would get away with her little serial killing, and
Yeah.
then she'd be like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go to jail
She's
now."
like the pig farmer. There was that pig farmer.
But like, first of all, the pigs, do they eat all the bones
They
and
eat
everything?
everything, yes.
Everything?
Everything.
Like
Wow.
a smart serial killer would do it differently each time. Try not to have it like if you just if it's all about killing.
listen, that's why Richard Ramirez was so fucking hard to catch. He didn't
Right,
have a pattern.
he didn't have a pattern.
You try not to leave a pattern.
Except
I even
the
told
shoes.
Sarah, it's like if I'm going to
Those
do it, I
shoes,
try to
yeah.
kill some people with my left hand, so people might think that I'm left-handed.
Right.
There you go.
Like
You know, the problem is though is panic. If you could focus and not panic at any point, you could be good at it.
that's right.
You know.
I think if I were to be a
Lessons
serial killer,
learned
I
by
would
all
just,
of you out there.
I would just be like a vigilante fucking killer and just kill all rapists and fucking men,
I'd love to-
misogynists,
That would be
like,
awesome.
fucking
I would
pieces
love
of
to
shit.
Focus on the bad people, but if I just loved killing,
I'd kill women.
oh, of course he would.
I would kill women.
I think he wants to-
Specifically
he
dancers that
he
look with their
already-
chin.
I would. I'd
Who are
kill-
trying to squeal
He
on
already
you.
wants to kill me. He tells me like
I do.
on
I
a
think
weekly
so.
basis.
I would put Diane's. I would just like meditate on Diane's face, and then I would fucking stab her. Right
And then what you do is you put her head up on like a pedestal and like kill people in front of her. It's like, this is what you made me do.
No, he'd like picture my face on the people and then start stabbing.
Or
He'd be
you cut your
stabbing.
face off.
Exactly.
And then put your face
Don't cut
on
my face
the
off, baby.
woman.
Don't cut the money maker.
Yeah. I
Don't
would
do
cut
that to me,
I would cut
baby.
your face off, and then I'd stick my dick between
Baby, I
my
would
legs
love to
and
kill
dance
you
in
too.
the mirror.
Believe me, I would love to kill you too.
Yeah.
The feeling is mutual.
Fuck me.
This is how much we like love each other during this quarantine. The other day we're walking past each other and I look at him. I'm like, I want to fucking punch you in the mouth. And he goes, I wish you would. And like we literally just walked each other's paths. Like I go to the living room.
Sexy as hell.
I go to the living room and he goes to the bedroom. And I was like, that was like how we greet each other now.
Yes.
I want to fucking punch you in the mouth.
Romance.
Punch me.
Yeah, true love.
That's true love.
I'm gonna punch you right in
Very
the mouth. I still want. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He's very
Face you
punchable.
want to punch.
Doesn't he have? Doesn't he though?
So
Jody, I understand you, Jerry. Can we join teams?
when I was very, very, very young, this is a lesson learned. I was up very late one night.
Jerry blocked me, by the way, on
college.
Instagram.
I was working on a paper. It was like one of those 24-hour, like me and some friends are trying. We were writing a screenplay together, kind of thing. We were just finishing up. We had this really tough, whatever. And I was seeing this lady at the time, and she had her own place. So
Did she have a
finally
punch
done.
and
This is like 6 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning. I get over to her place and I woke her up so I can come and I really wanted to see her.
Morning sex.
No, but she was tired. She's like, just go to bed. So I go in there and I can't get to sleep. I've been up for like 24 hours, just all wired up. And I'm not even
that good old Midwestern.
not even necessarily not even necessarily horny. I just want to talk. But she is really dead set on sleeping.
I have one of those too.
Okay.
So
He does that to me too.
I had this
she
moment
does
where
that.
I thought, if I light the bed on fire, she'll have to wake up. And I started laughing to myself, and she goes, "What are you laughing about?" And I made the mistake of telling her that, well, I was going to light the bed on fire so that you'd have to spend time with me. And
why'd you go over there and
she was mad at me. I'm like, I think this is romantic. Like I want to spend time
I'm
with you.
so desperate to spend time
Wait a
with you.
minute.
I would
What?
like to
So
bet
you
on
went
fire.
over you didn't live together, but you went
this
over
sounds like
there
my
at
morning.
8 o'clock in the morning?
This sounds like my morning.
6 in the
What do you
morning.
mean?
It was like 6 in the
Yo,
morning.
this morning, all I was trying to do was go to sleep. I was up nauseous.
But this is the thing,
drunk
baby.
all
Is
night.
that okay? I'm going to divulge
And
some
I'm-
information.
Well, and I'm fucking laying in bed, and I'm like, I just need 1 hour's sleep. Will you shut the fuck up? And she's just like, bah, 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 bah.
Oh my God, I'm sorry, baby.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Light him on fire. Then he's wide awake. And,
Right. No, but like the thing is, okay. Oh, I think you were talking about me bothering you in the morning for morning sex.
No, I mean, that's not bad.
Oh, okay. That
But
was
like
bad.
just talking is fucking annoying.
You don't have to listen when you're having morning sex.
Exactly.
You just do the body.
And I
Right.
can dick punch you.
There you go.
I'm like, he's like, I wanted to punch you in the face. I'm like, well, you punched me with your dick this morning.
Yes.
In the vagina.
Hot.
And it worked out for both of
You
us.
guys are the most romantic people.
that's adorable.
I love it.
Yeah.
We like hate love each other. We do.
Best. And you can, like keep it from getting in the way. Like that's how romance should be.
I guess.
I think that's what everybody wants.
I
Like
guess.
someone you can
Whatever.
but then also be friends with.
Blah, blah, blah.
Love it.
Yeah, he's totally my bestie.
Oh, that's.
I come home and I'm like, I have to tell him all the juicy gossip, and he loves it.
My God, that must mean you are in love with Frankie.
Why? Because he would love
Just
hate him.
always yelling at him.
Oh, my
and
God.
Oh my God! Sometimes he talks to me like that, and I'm like, "Do I fucking look like Frankie? Do I fucking look like Frankie?"
Oh, Frankie.
And he sees the switch, the fucking Puerto Rican switch. I'm like, "Nope." He knows.
When you mentioned about the guy whose eyes turned black when he yelled at the woman,
Yeah.
I have seen men's eyes turn black when they get angry, and like it's a righteous indignation about something, whatever. Like someone looked at them the wrong way, and then their eyes turn black, and they get angry, and then they stew in their anger. That's when you know a guy is a bad guy. So if
Right.
you ever see a guy's eyes turn black, especially if they're blue eyes. It means that their pupils are dilating so much. They're so happy to
Like
be
that guy, like that
angry.
guy on fucking Bachelorette. Remember when he yelled at Claire?
Yes.
Yes. His eyes turned black. He was a fucking serial killer for
Absolutely.
sure. I mean, Claire's not the best either, but whatever. Like,
All right.
all right. Sorry, we don't want to
Are
go
you
down.
up to date
We don't
on
want
the Bachelorette?
We don't want to go
No,
down
me
that
either.
road.
I
Me and
am.
Sarah are fucking obsessed.
Yeah. I've
You know
watched-
that they have podcasts solely dedicated
I'm sure
to
they do.
The Bachelor.
Every time I
It
walk.
doesn't mean it's good.
No, I know.
I mean, first of all,
every time I walk in the
everybody,
room,
their mother watches it.
every time I walk in the room, I feel myself growing a vagina while the Bachelor.
He's like flap, 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 flap.
I stay in my room.
That's the sound his vagina makes.
Or sometimes
Flap, flap.
I'm in the living room and she's in the bedroom. We switch that up.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
call it my trash, and I
Yeah.
watch my
Yeah,
trash.
she goes,
Come
"What's
on.
it's trash time?" I know. that.
Sarah
I'm
was
in
at
the
one
bedroom.
point coming over on Mondays, so
Yeah, I always
she
go.
comes over.
I always go to the bedroom.
If you ever want to come over for trash time, I will go. In fact, we'll go grab some beers.
yeah, we
Right.
can do that. As soon as
I'm into it.
we're allowed to go inside. You guys
Listen,
can
I was
do that.
never into The Bachelorette, and then my ex-roommate got me so fucking hooked, and now I'm just like so hooked. And it's like just so pathetic, and it's so entertaining.
It's a social experiment, and
Yes.
it's fascinating to see how the editors choose to portray the characters also. But of
Yep,
course,
there's always the evil
It
one.
is like a microcosm of how people interact with each other on a daily basis, especially when love is involved. Because everyone claims that love is like the top
Love
priority.
or murder.
You know, there's also social stuff where you want to fight each other, and then there's
Right.
competition, and then
don't
there's
like
these
that.
personalities that clash.
This should be-
Love it.
I could
Yeah,
never,
we
I
should-
could never do
We
that.
should create
Like
a
I don't like to share my
We
toys.
should create a reality show about murder.
Yes.
What do you?
I don't know. You get some.
Who wants to marry a murderer?
What do you do? Like what?
I don't know. Like fucking. Like
how's that gonna work?
Potential serial killers. Like who wants to be a serial killer?
Who's the potential victim here?
Yeah.
Who serial kills the best?
Yeah.
You get on challenges.
We asked 30 men and 30 women who would kill who.
Yeah, you give challenges, and
Yeah,
then
you give
whoever
challenges.
murders the best wins that round, and whoever doesn't gets eliminated.
Somebody's
Yeah, you
got-
get a couple like dudes in jail to like
That'll
judge
work out
them.
well.
Yeah, somebody's got to bring me. Okay, you can have like scavenger hunts. You know what I mean? Like somebody's got to bring me a pinky toe tomorrow.
Someone has to bring an ear. How many ears can you collect tonight?
Oh, and
And it could be mad. It'll be.
yeah, if
dramatic.
your grave sites are found, you're thrown off the island.
The dumping grounds.
The dumping grounds. Yeah, you're dumping ground.
Right. You're eliminated.
Well, listen,
You sir are off the
we'll
island.
Keep your identity secret until you get caught. Once you get caught, then we fucking reveal who the fuck you are.
Right on.
You know, I think I just created a great game show.
Anonymous murder show.
Sure.
I'm really curious about how this is going to lawyer up.
Yeah.
I mean, it could probably be done to some because, like, journalistic. What's that? You know, like you have to keep your sources.
Netflix would buy
yeah.
it.
We could call it "Who Wants to Be a Murderer."
Yeah, who wants to be a serial killer?
Who wants to be a
A lot of people
murderer?
would sign up for that.
Hells yeah. A lot of people would.
Yeah.
That's
A lot of
just
people would,
fucked up.
and you know what? They would fail, and there would be like one or two that would really rise.
Like
to
your
fucking-
DNA was caught on the body. You're out.
Yeah. Stupid.
Yeah, left your semen on the ground right there. Come on.
What are you?
Dummy.
What are you? A dum dum?
Stupid.
Yeah, bring that home.
I think we got a good thing going here.
You didn't even chop up the body?
Yo, how do you think this pitch would go to CBS?
You'd have people like critiquing their murder styles.
This is more cable access, I guess.
You used a serrated knife?
Discovery might pick this up.
Discovery might. I mean, ABC's owned by Disney.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. I don't think Disney would take it, but I think
Disney would take it.
Discovery Channel might take it.
Another great show that I love is ABC's 2020. It's on Hulu.
Oh yes, I like ABC.
What's that?
2020.
So many good, just like hour-long
Oh, they have
segments.
2020 on ID.
It's your
it's on
background
ID.
noise while
Yeah.
you play on your phone.
Yeah, and they talk about all the serial killers. Really
Yeah.
good stuff.
That other dude, that fucking guy that killed his wife and his two kids. They just
Chameleon?
No, there was that guy that he used to be a big fat guy, and now he lost a whole bunch of weight, and he was like addicted to working out all the time and his diet, and his wife seemed like a squitch.
What the fuck is a squitch?
Like a squitch.
Oh, that,
Like-
What the fuck is a squitch?
Like a squitch. Like she was like.
What the fuck is a squitch?
He was like this quiet guy, I think, and his wife was kind of like
an American murder story.
Yes, yeah. And this guy, I forget his name, but he this is recent.
Yeah, 2018.
Yeah, and he
Baby, what the fuck is a squitch though?
like a pain in the dick.
Oh.
She
Okay.
was a pain in the ass because she would film everything and she would do a lot of social media about like her kids and her husband and their family life.
She was very outgoing and pretty bossy to him, I
Very
think.
bossy.
And he lost a whole bunch of weight and got in shape and started banging this hot girl. And his wife wasn't not bad looking, like she was a good looking woman.
But she was annoying.
Yes, and he was a quiet guy who just
Did he murder her?
Yes, and the kids and the two girls.
Daughters.
Two
What?
girls.
He killed his kids
Two
too?
kids, yeah.
Hid them in like an oil tank.
Yeah,
Jesus.
well, thank-
At least let the kids
Yeah.
fucking live. I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not good. Not good.
I did a lot of research on a lot of ladies on death row in California, and most of them killed their kids.
Yeah, that's so sad.
Killed the kids because they're trying to get back at the husband for leaving them.
I just listened
That's
to a
fucked
podcast.
up. Like, leave the fucking kids out of it. Like,
I just listened to a podcast about that guy. I don't remember. It was like back in the late 70s. He killed his whole family, shot his whole family, and he got away with it for 18 years. I think he was out. He killed him in New Jersey, and then he moved to Colorado and lived in Colorado for 18 years before he was caught. He was caught in the 90s. He killed him in like 1979. No, America's Most Wanted.
Oh.
America's Most Wanted, and they had his fingerprints because he applied for a pistol permit back in Jersey, but so when they caught him, they were like, "Yo, you're so and so." And listen, back then he burnt. He got rid of all the family photos, so there were no real photos of him.
He hated his family.
Well, no, he was a religious nut, and yes, he did not like his. But his wife was kind of a pain in the dick, And he was the quiet guy who just used to let it bottle up. And apparently, like a week before he killed his family, he sat down with them and told them he was going to kill them.
Holy
He's
shit.
like,
That's even scarier,
bro. He's like,
bro.
listen, I'm going to kill you. And he was religious. So he felt like if he killed them, he felt like poverty was a sin. So and his wife was fucking, basically like his mortgage, he had like 3 mortgages on his house. They lived in this giant mansion that they couldn't afford. And
You sound sympathetic to this
They were
guy.
completely broke. No, I'm not. No, he's a total duke. But it's weird, his psyche though, where he felt like it was better to kill them
Than to let them live with
than to let them live in poverty, because poverty is a sin.
That's what happened in the Unsolved Mysteries, the most recent Unsolved Mysteries. The French guy who killed his whole family.
Those unsolved mysteries really get to me, man, because I feel like they get
'Cause
you
they're
so
not solved.
involved in the fucking story, and then it's like they're not fucking solved. So like
Yeah.
I'll sit there and think about it like the weeks later, like
That
these poor
disappeared show, I
fucking
don't like that one
people,
either, 'cause there's no conclusion
like the
on a
poor
lot of it.
people that like lost their family don't even have any kind of like
Closure.
redemption, anything,
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that sucks. I almost died at work once.
Yeah.
From murder?
From murder?
Not for murder,
No, we're
but
talking about murders, baby.
well, can I tell my story?
You want to come in and fucking kill everybody?
No, but I'm doing my client, I'm like highlighting. And all of a sudden I start getting a chest pain right by my heart. And I'm like, I'm sitting there highlighting my client and I'm having chest pains. I'm like, oh my God. I'm sitting there thinking in my head, am I fucking having a heart attack?
Too much Adderall.
No, I normally don't do Adderall. Like sometimes if I'm really hungover, I'll do Adderall, but it's not like a daily thing for me.
Right.
But like I'm having sorry,
It was gas, baby.
I know this
Gas.
is the
It
thing.
was gas.
That's what it ended up being.
Yeah, of course.
But,
That happened to me too. I had gas.
no, I swear to God.
How
I'm
do you
sitting-
tell us you
and I'm
almost
sitting-
died and that's a gas story?
Baby, you know that I'm very overly dramatic.
I know, and you're telling me this
But
morning.
I just think the story is hilarious because I literally thought I was gonna die, and then I was like,
beers and he just
and
fucking,
then-
you missed Dyanne's story. She almost died, but found out it was gas. Yeah, she thought she was having a heart attack, but it was gas.
at work.
Oh, yeah.
No, so literally, I'm highlighting my client's hair, and I get the chest pains, and it wouldn't go away. And I'm like, oh my God! And then I'm thinking that I'm having a heart attack, so then therefore I'm giving myself a panic attack
Right.
on top of this heart attack,
slow.
this pseudo heart attack that I'm having.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
I've had that shit.
And then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, what if I fucking drop dead? I'm like, how fucking unprofessional.
That really helps with panic attacks too. Well, I'm dead.
Listen, okay, so one
So how unprofessional
I'm
would
gonna
that
die
be?
in front of
And
all
then-
these
And then
people.
all of a sudden I was like, oh, I feel so much better. I guess I'm not dying.
Yeah,
No.
douche.
Happened to me
So one good thing about this thing, though,
I'm glad I'm not the only one. I'm
I
really
haven't
glad.
had health insurance in like 20 years, and because I'm on unemployment now, I went and got
Thank you, health insurance.
Yes,
Thank you,
and I
Metro
went to
Health
the doctors
Plus.
this week.
Me too.
And I got a physical, and I got all my blood done, and I got I got my teeth cleaned
Has a
by
look?
by like a 16-year-old dentist.
Let's see. Beautiful.
But I don't know yet. I just got it done last Friday.
red?
So I imagine it takes a couple weeks for them to get the results back, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I know I got the same free health insurance because when I was unemployed for like 2 weeks, I signed up for the health insurance. I'm like, give me a mammogram, give me fucking every single thing that I could do.
That pap.
Give me a fucking that
Yeah, I'm
pap.
good at giving you mammograms. I don't know what the diagnosis are, except for that, I like it.
They're
happy.
they're squishy.
They taste nice.
They're titties.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Titties are good. Even I could
They
appreciate a
taste
good
like
titty.
fleshicles.
They're not full of cancer.
That's good.
Thanks, honey.
I don't know. You're right. One tastes a little
Little
Cancer-y?
cancer.
cancer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
No, you gotta squish them and feel them like that,
Yeah.
right?
Thank
Titties
you.
are great. I love titties. Titties
Yeah.
are good.
What's wrong with titties?
I just got a hat that says titties on it. It's wonderful.
She
It's,
did.
it's a trucker's cap and it says titties.
I'm dating a 14-year-old.
I am a 14-year-old.
Listen,
boy.
I'm the one that yeah.
I'm a 14-year-old prepubescent
I'm
boy.
saying that, but I just got an action figure in the fucking
Yeah,
mail, and it was
exactly, and a
very-
boner. So
yeah, and I was
you just
very
got a
happy
boner
about
for a
it.
14-year-old boy.
You're a 14-year-old boy in a hot supermodel's body.
There you go.
So that's
Ah,
right.
thank you,
I
Sarah.
got a. But my dentist. But when I went to the dentist in there, though, man, that was not fun. Like this guy was right out of fucking dentist.
His hands were
school, man.
shaking.
No, well, he says to me, so he's like, so listen, I've been going to the dentist since I'm a fucking little kid. Like I know how the dentist works. He's like, so I'm gonna do a little cleaning, and then you're gonna rinse out and spit, and blah blah blah. I'm like, all
You're like,
right,
I know.
yeah, I know how this works. You know what I mean?
What?
But he didn't. Like he was in there for fucking a half hour. I had to on the side of my fucking
Scraping
face.
your plaque.
Scraped my plaque. Dude, he didn't give me one break. By the end, my fucking lips are all fucking dry. I got drool over the sides of my fucking face.
Yo, my hygienist was so sweet. She even put like a little Vaseline around my lips.
My regular doctor I go to in Chinatown, Dr. Ron.
And then I'm just sitting there like in pain, and she's like, "I'm sorry." I'm like, "Just get it over with." I fucking hate the dentist, man.
Yeah.
This guy loves the dentist. What a weirdo.
I love it. Yeah,
You fucking nerds. Only nerds love the dentist.
My fucking teeth feel amazing.
You
afterwards.
obviously haven't had a bunch of work done.
I've
you obviously
had
have good teeth.
2 great dentists and one butcher. My childhood dentist is
You're
exactly.
not supposed to go to a butcher to get your teeth done.
That's true. That's a general rule of thumb.
Yeah.
I had a
You don't know how they do
traumatizing.
things
I had
in
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Well, this is in Iowa. So Iowa, when I was a
Same
little
thing.
kid, all my teeth were going to grow in like super crooked. Like these ones did still a little bit, but the top ones were supposed to grow in crooked. And my dentist then goes, little kid dentist.
pull 'em.
No, he goes, let's pull the baby teeth out
And
before
replace them with corn.
No, before they're supposed to come out, so that way they start growing in before. So this is without braces. These are all supposed to grow in straight or grow in crooked. And he pulled them out. And this
But that doesn't make sense to me. Like, aren't they supposed to just naturally fall?
but if you pull them out before they're supposed to, the teeth has to come in behind it.
Okay.
So
okay.
it was bringing them in before. It's basically harvesting teeth before.
Right.
Whatever. Anyway, the guy he was a great dentist. Now, on top of that, he was really good with kids.
So he was a tooth
And he
farmer.
was he found his true calling, which is to be a children's dentist. He was just fucking amazing.
He was good?
I used to have puppets. He
My
would do a
childhood
magic
dentist
trick.
made me cry.
When he would right before he'd pull a tooth, he'd put like a piece of gauze up on your mouth and you poke it. So you feel that your tooth's still there. I haven't done anything. And then he'd put a capsule in my hand, and then he'd go, okay, open up the capsule. And there'd be a tooth in there, and I'd pull the gauze off, and my tooth was in there.
He's a
And
magician.
you don't know how he would do this.
Oh
the
my
guy was
God.
great.
Yo, I've had such horrible
My dentist did that with a
dental experience.
And your insurance covered it. Which is
I don't think it's what we're operating on.
that was Jeff's impression of a dick in his mouth.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, you know what's so funny? My girlfriend gave Jeff a virtual blowjob the other day. It's hilarious.
Was it good?
It was all right.
It's hilarious.
it's virtual, you know.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. I don't know why I thought about that, but we call each other a throuple, but we're definitely not a throuple. We don't get down like that. But
So it was like phone sex?
so I was FaceTiming her. She goes, "How's my boyfriend? How's my throuple boyfriend?" I'm like, he's good. She's like, yo, maybe I should go give him a blowjob. I'm like, maybe you should give him a blowjob. So I run it over to the bedroom. I'm like, baby, Deidre wants to give you a virtual blowjob. So I take the phone and I stick it on his penis, and she's like,
That's dumb as hell.
First of all, he loved it so much.
It did not
Even
give-
a virtual blowjob is better than a no blowjob.
I guess it's better than no.
Did you get a semi from the
I did
audio
not.
alone?
I didn't.
She was making.
Not even a colon?
No, I didn't get it. I didn't. I was too tired. I was sleeping.
He was.
I was sleeping.
No virtual blowjobs then.
For
No,
you
I
anymore.
I prefer the real blowjobs. Blah, 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 blah.
Glug, 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 glug.
Do you make noise when you do it?
No, man.
Is that what it sounds like when you actually turn the sound
Would you
up on
like me to
porn?
make
It's like,
noise?
"Wah, wah, wah, wah."
Yeah.
Do guys like that shit? I don't know.
Like in porn when the girls are like, go.
It's kind of hot.
Is that hot?
Well, I mean, if you're
It's
sticking it
not for
way
me.
back
I don't know.
there,
It's a
then you're
teach
going to
their
make
own.
noise, I think, involuntarily, no?
I think it's kind of hot.
It means that they're like really focused.
Or like
Yeah.
all of a sudden, like their black eyeliner's fading. It's called whore eyes
Crying.
because they're gagging and.
Well, everybody's got their
penis.
thing. It's,
Yeah.
Listen,
yeah.
you know.
Some people really like getting kicked in the balls. And,
Yeah.
and I don't.
No, some people like getting smacked in the balls. You know that when I was a bartender, I used to have guys because like. First of all, I'm like kind of goth, so like every like dominatrix dude wants me to be their dominatrix, and I'm not like that at all.
Are you talking about Carpet Steve?
No, I'm not talking about Carpet Kevin. I'm talking
there's a Carpet Kevin?
It's just Carpet Kevin.
And it's Kevin Carpet, not Carpet Kevin.
Oh, sorry.
It's Kevin Carpet.
The one who rolls into a carpet and wants
Yes.
to be stepped
Yo,
on.
Yeah,
one
he
time
came
I
to
saw
somebody
him.
did say one time,
I saw
but
his
it's
ass
killing
at a
him.
party. And there was some really freaky shit happening at this party. I saw him stick his head out, and he shook his head no, and then he literally watched him hop away in his carpet. He's like, nah, man,
he came to Lucky 13 one time.
I refuse to step on carpet.
He rolled himself up in his carpet. And listen, the old Lucky 13 was tiny. So I walked in, I tripped over him when I went to the bar for a drink.
You pictured Jeff. What the fuck?
I was like, what? I started kicking him. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
People are just such weird.
I don't know, but he fucking
wouldn't
walked
surprise me.
The funniest though is because he went walking out
with his carpet?
Carpet in hand. Go, you guys are fucking assholes.
Oh, really? Yeah. We're assholes.
Yeah, we're the weird ones.
We're the weird ones, sir.
Yeah, fucking douche.
I saw him at a warehouse party once, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's a Hasidic Jew wrapped up in a carpet. You should go step on him." And I'm like,
but it's like, dude, okay. What do you like?
Does it make it better that he's a Hasidic Jew?
Well, I think you know what it is.
You're
because
I'm just saying someone who, like,
you know,
I wasn't going to step on him, but it turns out he's a Jew.
Well, I think he was a Jew because he would go to these places and not pay money to be sat. Like, first of all, if you're a freak like that, you need to be going to a fucking place. Right. This motherfucker was free stepping.
Well, he wants.
He was a Jew.
He wants, yeah.
They're all repressed in that community.
He wants. He's jerking off on his carpet.
For sure.
Listen, we're not PC anymore. Like, Lucky 13 podcast at fucking 10 o'clock on a Saturday, we're not being PC.
Maybe
sorry.
All right.
Oh, I was just apologizing to the listeners, not to you guys. I know you guys don't care.
Well, the fact is, I do believe he actually was a Hasidic Jew. He come out on like the holidays and stuff. But my point is, like,
I don't know
if he wasn't Hasidic Jew, like, would you want to kick him less?
Is Carpet Jewish? His last name is Carpet. Is that Jewish?
I always thought his name was Steve. For some reason, I thought he was just Carpet.
Kevin.
Okay, well,
Kevin Carpet.
I've been telling that story wrong.
Yeah.
His name is Carpet Kevin. There's only one of them, I think. I'm like, is there two?
I think there's two carpet guys. Yeah. I think there is two carpet guys.
Did he sue him for like?
Hey, you're stealing my thing. It's like anti-Semitic Elmo and regular Elmo.
Yeah, that's my thing, man.
I'm the carpet guy, but I'm the non-Jewish one, so it's better.
There's so many freaks out there, man. There's so many freaks, and I don't even know how to feel about it. Like, I'm open-minded and I'm not judgmental, but dude.
Yeah,
it's funny. I'm the same way. I'm really open-minded until you really start thinking about it. It's like, oh my god.
Listen, as long as you're not touching kids,
I never even stepped on them. I'm like, I refuse to step on you. I'd be like, all the way back.
Yeah,
like,
no,
fuck
I
that.
don't care. I like whatever you want to do. It's totally fine with me. Don't bother me, and don't touch kids.
Yeah.
Or grannies.
Yeah.
No, you touch
grannies is okay.
You can touch granny. But grannies might like it.
Yeah, grannies might like it.
You're saying grannies don't deserve some sex?
Oh, Richard Ramirez.
Richard Ramirez, that's like
rape.
a granny
It's just
raper.
rape, and that's like it's not rape. It's surprise sex.
Oh, that's what he tells me all the time.
Yeah,
surprise. Oh my!
I'm into it though. I'm like, yes. Well, please.
All right, we've been going for over an hour,
and we're talking about raping grannies. Probably at the end of this.
We gotta stop.
I'd like to give a shout out to Alex Haber. He's hit me up a couple
times. Hi, Haber.
Hey, Alex.
He loves our podcast. He's our one listener.
And I've been I've been miserable and just like kind of out of touch.
Oh, Josh listens to this too. Josh is a good guy.
Oh yeah, what's up? Oh yeah, I haven't seen Josh in forever.
Who's
hey, Josh?
Oh, and Jeff's family listens to it. Great.
No, they don't listen to it all the time. Once in a while.
They do, though. They do.
They're
like, remember that story about you tripping on acid? Jeff's mom heard that. I'm like, great.
She shuts it off when she hears bad things.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm an angel, Mary.
Yeah.
Make me a pie, please.
My mom wouldn't know how to listen to this if she tried.
All right. Well, it was good talking to you guys. We'll be back again, hopefully sooner rather than later.
Next 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, we'll be back in the next
couple
weeks.
Hopefully we'll have some interesting stories to tell.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be opening up sooner than later, too.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of looking like mid-March, but whatever, man. February's a short month. And I don't know, man.
We didn't even do any shots.
You just appreciate the downtime. We'll do some shots. No shots tonight. Man, I was hungover this morning.
I was really hungover too, babe.
Too.
We did a lot of shots last night.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either, especially when I was at work. With my client.
Yourself.
Thank God my client's cool. I'm like, yo, I'm really hungover. She's like, good for you. I'm fucking glad.
Like right now? We're like that customer who says, well, good night, and then they hang around. And you're like, did you just go the fuck home already?
Listen, you know what happens after you say good night? Really good conversation. Like all of a sudden, like all this interesting shit happens.
I can think of 10 things.
It's like, by the way, I hate my father. It's like, it's the worst thing. Oh my God.
You're like, okay, night.
Oh my, I want to murder them. Well, anyway, good night.
We'll be back, and we are the Seinfeld of podcasts. I feel like we don't come in here fucking scripted and all this kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
So, Whatever, man. We just talk.
I couldn't even be
I can
scripted
use.
even if I wanted
Yeah,
to.
we'll
I
just
would
sit-
suck at it.
No, baby, we could come up with some good skits.
We could.
could.
And we
If one of
will.
us ever gets like arrested for murder or serial killing, people
Which I
have to
think was
listen to this
100%.
If you
you,
want scripted
Sarah.
stuff, look at my my show on
I don't
YouTube,
fuck
Your
with Sarah. I'm
Weekly
not fucking with
Concern.
Sarah.
Yes.
At all.
Baby, let him plug his shit. Without
I'm
you
sorry. I'm
talking.
sorry.
Your Weekly Concern on the YouTubes, and our new album's coming out soon. So
Eat.
Eat the band.
Eat.
Sarah-
Your Weekly Concern on YouTube.
Sarah, you want to plug anything? You massages?
Demon Sack on Instagram.
ask him for massages.
Yeah.
Everybody send him a message. He blocked me apparently. I can't
Yeah,
do.
he
I
blocked
can't.
me, too.
Like please. Like who cares about you, bro?
Yeah.
I call him Steve. I'm like, what's your name? Steve. Anyway,
Carpet Steve. Yeah.
Carpet Steve.
Baby, you want to plug anything?
I had nothing to plug. I
Dyanne
mean,
hair. If you want to get your hair done, hit up Dyanne hair.
Yeah. If you wanna get your hair did, come see me.
Yeah.
See my Instagrams.
And I'm Jeff Lucky 13. I have Eyes of the Sun. We are.
Oh, we're doing a video.
We're going to work on a video in the next couple weeks.
See, we just said goodbye, and now we're
Yeah,
continuing.
but it's plugs, baby. We're working on a video in a couple weeks. Hopefully,
Video about what?
Hopefully,
song that we
the
did.
songs that we did. Hopefully, we've been throwing around ideas right now. Hopefully, in March, late February, early March, we'll film it. And
Can I be in the background going like this?
Not like that, but
Okay.
maybe.
I think exactly the first one.
No.
Yeah, perfect.
I'll put you behind a bush.
She's literally doing like a clown dance. She's literally doing jazz
Sing
hands.
like the Bernie Sanders meme. just with his fucker everywhere. All right. Well, it was good hanging out with everybody and whatever.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we'll keep you guys updated, and hopefully we'll be back to real life at some point.
Don't die, anybody.
Don't get murdered. That's really unprofessional.
Praise Jesus.
Yeah.
Praise Jesus.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.